What's up, guys? Welcome back to day 149 of our punching and kicking and striking until we get to the professional level stage of the game. And today is a very special training session because today we did a complete set of training session and we did so much more, We did more than what we normally do in the past 148 days of training. The thing is, today we did pad work, we did shadow boxing, we did bag work, we did sparring, we did skill training, and we did conditioning. But the thing is, what set this day apart from the other 148 days of us doing training in the art of combat, specialize in striking, as we spent more hours today and we did put ourselves, on a very exhausted state. So, the thing is, today, usually our normal training session goes like this. We go to the gym, we stretch, we warm up, we do pad work, we do bag work, and when there is a sparring, we're gonna spar. But if there is no sparring, we're gonna do conditioning and then we're gonna go back home. And then everything I filmed, I'm gonna edit those things and I'm gonna summarize it to you guys. But today, we sparred like crazy. And well, when we do sparring, normally we get exhausted, so we go home and just rest and wait for tomorrow to train again. But today, aside from sparring, we did conditioning, and I guess we're gonna normalize that type of cycle from now on. And if there's anything that I've learned from today, is that I guess we shouldn't really focus much on trying to out strike and out punch our opponent. What I'm trying to say is, it's not always about the volume of strike, and it's not always like when you're in there, you're gonna always like, I'm gonna have to strike you, I'm gonna have to, always try to throw more than you could, and gets pressured when you get to the point I'm starting to panic and I'm not able to outperform him because he throws more punch. No, it's not always like that. A lot of times you're gonna have to move around, try to maybe put pressure in your opponent. I guess in our case, we still can't do that. There are moments that we could, but not always. And also try to read your opponent, because a lot of times you're not gonna have an opponent that your opponent is not always your opponent is not always the same style that you get used to. You're gonna have to read your opponent, you're gonna have to read his style, the things that he loves to do, and adjust to it. So that's what we did today. So actually, I did not focus today on kicks because we're gonna do a lot of kicking anyway in Kyokushin karate. So we did kickboxing, but I did not train it, because usually we practice a lot of combination that includes kicking, but today we did not focus on that. So when sparring came, I was able to just try to read my opponent, and even though my opponent always able to kick me, it's hard to it's easy for me to read him and hit, because today in sparring my partner is he loves to do a lot of sweeps and follow up with a punch, and I was able to deal and counter that, even though he was able to throw a lot more than what I could throw, but I was able to disrupt his patterns. So that's a very good, thing. It doesn't always have to be like, I'm gonna have to throw more than what he throws. So that's what changed today. And when we did conditioning, we're already so exhausted, but we still did conditioning, and I got so fucked up today that I was already like trying to find motivation in what I do, but we're still able to like find motivation in that, and we're still able to like find a lot of things in the middle of my conditioning. What I always try to play in my mind, because it's so exhausting and it's so fucking draining, what I always play in my mind is that one Spider-Man intro speech that Spider-Man used to say in the first movie of Miles Morales' Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That one Spider-Man that has become a father, and he always talks about no matter, I don't know exact word, but he says that no matter how how life gets tough, no matter how he gets beat down, he always backs up. He always try to stand up, no matter what happens, because he's a champ and all that. That type of speech is what I'm trying to play in my head, and it helps me to keep on training, and at the same time I felt like a fucking main character hero type shit. It's so amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna have to end the video right here. I don't have any useful information to share with you guys anyway, and anything worth watching. And I'm gonna have to see you guys on the day 150, but for now, I'm out.